Welcome back. It's Vikings Game Plan. Paul Allen, your play-by-play guy. Gabe Henderson had an opportunity to chat with Vikings tight end Tyler Conklin. Just had a nice game against Tampa Bay.
All right, TC83, Tyler Conklin is here. T-Conk, what's going on, man?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk about football, but before we get started, I got to talk about the pregame preparation it takes to get your swag ready for game day. You don't see many tight ends with Jordans on, with the white gloves matching the undershirt. Like, what goes into the pregame preparation?
Man, I don't know. You got to look good to play good. Me and Irv always are trying to figure out what's going to be the best look. I'm always talking to Adam, like, hey, man, what you think is going to be swaggy today? Or, Tajay or different people, Justin, they all kind of help me. Yeah, I have to say thanks to, to Jet and Adam and Irv. We all kind of, they look out like, hey, you need to change your gloves. They got to match this. I'm like, all right, I'll change it.
Awesome.
So I can't take all the credit.
That's hilarious. But I feel like, like you said, look good, you play good. And I feel like you really started playing good, in my opinion, during training camp this year. I know you had 2 years leading up to this and, you started getting your feet wet on the field. But training camp this year, I think it was one of the last days of padded practice, and you had the acrobatic catch over Troy Dye. And I feel like that was a moment of like, all right, like T-Conk is here. What was your mindset coming into this year? Because you could tell from training camp to this point of last week getting, 5 catches that you were ready for this moment.
Yeah, going into year 3, in this league, you just never know when your opportunity is going to come. I know what I can do as a player, as a receiving tight end, as a blocker, and sometimes you just got to wait for the opportunity to be able to showcase it. And obviously, it all starts in camp to be able to give yourself that chance to get on the field. And I just came in to try to put my best foot forward and start putting everything together after having a couple years in. And I think that was camp's kind of all. You go and you play good in camp, and it's gonna kind of translate to the season. So.
I think a lot of coaches can say you've made it really tough for them to keep you off the field, and that's a good problem to have. But question for you: how do you feel like you three, you, Rudy, and Irv Smith Jr., how do you feel like you three complement each other?
I think we just got a great group. First of all, because I think we can all do a little bit of everything. I think we can all play well in the run game. I think we can all, be good receiving tight ends, and obviously Rudy helps a lot because it's just his, he's a true professional. He's the first one in the building. He handles his business. He's, he's super, one of the smartest players I've ever been around. So when you can go and put all these talented athletes together, and then you have an older guy like that can really help bring it all together, I think the sky's the limit for our group.
For sure, and you've got some great opportunities. You sure? It's unfortunate that it's came in the opportunities and the reasons that it's came in, but you got to make the most of opportunities when it's given to you. So how do you feel like you've grown in this offense?
I think I've grown a lot. Like we talked about camp, and it's one thing to go out there and practice or in camp and to play well, but I think in this league you really have to get on the field. You really have to play in games and get a feel for it. And there's a difference between playing 10 to 20 snaps here and there and going in there and playing a whole game and having a feel for something. And I think getting that opportunity is only helping me get better, and I think I can only get better with an opportunity like that.
When you talk about that opportunity and being at the tight end position, you have to be complete. So what do you think makes a complete tight end?
That was a big thing for me coming into the league, because my last year in college I basically played a receiver. I was outside by myself, and I really want to be able to do everything a tight end needs to do. And especially in this offense, you got to be able to pass pro, you got to be able to run block, and you got to be able to run routes, all kinds of different routes, whether it's stuff in the slot or stuff in line. And I really try to pride myself in being good at all those things.
Well, we got the Bears coming up. You had your first catch of the season against the Bears a few weeks ago, and you know how this defense plays. When you look at them on film now from when you guys played them a few weeks back, what stands out to you?
I think obviously you look at their front seven. They have a great run defense. Obviously with Khalil Mack right there, you got some good linebackers, Akeem Hicks. Their front seven is really, I think, what makes them go. And I think we stood up to that challenge the first time we played them, so we just got to kind of build on that and go play our game.
With every game from here on out being a must-win, it's going to be a must-win for the Bears too. How do you mentally prepare for moments like this?
Everybody talks about it's a must-win. You got to win out, but every single game you go into throughout the whole season, you always go in that you want to win. You treat every game like a must-win. You take everything week by week, and I think that's kind of the same thing. You go in week by week. whether it's 3 games left or 10 games left, and they're all must-win situations because you never want to lose on a Sunday. So I think you're just going with that same mindset that you've been going with all year. You don't change anything, and you go play your game, and the outcome, as long as you play well, it'll come out how you want it.
I'm looking forward to it, TC, man. Appreciate your time today.
No, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.